Dun, 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 dun. We are live finally. Oh, I'm a little bit nipply, a little bit chilly. Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Can't start a good reading session out without a little bit of coffee. Bougie, bougie, bougie. But some of you guys probably thought I wasn't going to come live today. I'm a little, I know, my legs. That's the only thing that gets cold. The back of me does not. Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome. Alright.
Snuggy wuggy woo. Which we did accomplish a few things today. And I got something in I want to share with you guys, and I'm super excited about. Doop-a-doop-doo. And today, I actually remembered to put it in the description instead of telling people there's a description and there not being a description. That was an issue yesterday. And I didn't find out till I was about 2 hours into my live, which, you know, we all have those moments, or we forget things. Welcome to the live. It's been a long day. Mommy's been out and about helping the hubby fulfill some orders. I am doing readings today. Everything you need to know about the readings that I'm doing, like I said, is down below. And it actually is there. I'm not just telling you that, and it's nothing. So yeah, now all we do is sit and wait until someone comes in. And while we are waiting, I got some goodies in the mail. And I am super excited. And I almost didn't go live because I got this. And I wanted to dive deep into it. It is the Witcher books. It is The Last Wish and the Sword of Destiny. I'm super excited that it came in. And I'm going to open it right now. While we wait for some fellow travelers looking for a reading, I'm going to open this beautiful book set that I got today. He got me another one, but we're going to wrap that one up. But this one, I couldn't wait, and I begged and begged until he said, okay, fine, you can keep it to read it. Hey, Cosmic Butterfly, and welcome, my dear. Hopefully your day is going well. Mine was fruitful. I feel like I lost 5 pounds today. That's pretty great. Ooh, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that, though. You know, like sometimes books and stuff, they have that real rough texture. That's kind of what this feels like. And I'm not really a big fan of that. But, you know, maybe I can get one of those book covers or something. Oh, that sound. It's like nails down a chalkboard. Oh. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to get a cover for these books. No, it's not plastic. It's like a grainy feel. It's very weird. So this is The Last Wish book, which is the first one. These two are like mini stories, so it'll give me something to read in the time. Oh, yeah, a lot of pages. I am like super excited. If everything goes well, I'll be done with this first book probably with like in a week, and then I can read this one. Now, if I'm trying to stretch it out in maybe a week and a half, which I don't know, we'll see. I at least want to finish the first one before the end of the year, which I normally read pretty quick. So I don't think it's going to be an issue because I'm one of those people that when I first start reading a book, I dive real deep and I don't stop until I'm done. So weird not seeing a lot of people coming in real quick. Maybe notifications are slow today. I know we've been having some issues today. Well, let's see what I got for you, Cosmic, for today. Even though the day is almost over. The cool thing is I ordered so many of them books, the actual author followed me on Amazon, which is pretty cool. So it looks like we've got the Eight of Pentacles, which means we're getting rid of some things in our life. It seems like there was a disaster that might have came about. Maybe disaster is not the word. Kind of more like a conflict, but it does seem like we're getting rid of some trash in our lives to make way for some new experiences along with new people. So hopefully it goes good. I mean, anytime that we're changing our life and getting rid of things that no longer suit us, I always see that as a win. But I'll tell you what, though. I've got some stories to share from this, like, shopping trip. It was crazy today. That just happened today. You want to spiel a little bit? Because I'm curious now to what happened. What bridges did you burn, my dear? Hey, Spiritual Jay, and welcome. So, I got to tell you guys about this one run we did today. Spiritual Jay, if you're wanting a one card or you need something more specific, just let me know. So, we went on this one run to go get groceries for somebody. And I crap you not. Literally, we're in this trailer park. We're trying to figure out what circle. Literally, all it just says is 5. That's it. And I'm like, lot 5? Like, what are we talking about? Like, there's so many different trailers. Each has their own loop. And they all start in the same thing. You know what I mean? So 20 minutes goes by. We finally find the place that it needed to be dropped off. Hello, Miria. And the next thing I know, here comes this girl in spaghetti straps. Let me mind you, it's 30 fucking degrees out. Probably colder, actually. Spaghetti strap shirt. And this girl is not flat-chested. She's got some triple Ds. Those things don't have a bra to contain them, so they're going each way. My hubby's all like, because they're this far from his face, I'm sitting there laughing, thinking to myself, yeah, you're the delivery boy, bringing her more than just that gallon of milk she wanted, right? Like, oh, it's getting good. And he comes back, and this girl the whole time is singing Christmas carols like she's lost her damn mind. She's got booty shorts on. And, like, I'm just like, I'm cracking up at the sheer, like, what the fuck did we just walk into? Like, it was so great. Like, that girl is going to stick in my mind for a while. Hey, okay, one card. And I told him, I'm like, you're the only one that would complain with a girl with her big itty bitties jumping up and down in your face. And you're like, oh no. I'm like, if the roles were reversed. Okay, so Spiritual J, my dear, we got 2 cards for you. Pick 1 or 2. Baby, that is the best feeling in the world. When you can get away from neighbors who are just, ugh. If you want to ask a question, it's $5 for 2 questions. Information's down below. So it looks like you're at a standstill. So normally when I get Capricorn is one of you just keep on moving and getting to where you need to be, kind of weathering the storm, so to speak. But it seems like right now you're kind of at a stopping point. It seems more of like it's a relationship than a destination type of thing. Then again, it could probably be a spiritual one as well. But normally, Capricorn is one of keep on moving and adapting. So either you're not adapting to a situation or you're kind of in this funk. Which with the other card that appeared with it, I'm going to say it's an imbalanced funk. Hopefully it works out, though. I know I say that a lot, but I really do. Here's another funny shopping trip story. So I'm in this other grocery store. I'm helping him get things that he needs. And literally, I grabbed this stuff from one of the shelves, right? And I see a cart. And you know how, like, you leave your cart and you know you're not that far away from it. And then you turn around, hey, Coco. Well, I ended up stealing some girl's cart, and I'm just going along. She's like, ma'am, you got my cart. I was like, I look, and I'm like, oh, shit. I am so sorry. She's like, it's all good. It was fucking hilarious, though. I couldn't stop talking about it for at least 10 minutes. You're very welcome, Spiritual J. Man, I hate the funk. I think it's something to do. Yeah, you can get a card, Coco. I think it's got to be something to do with, like, the weather, or at least that's what I like to blame it on. Coco, babe, you got 2 cards. Pick your card, baby. But, like, really, for the whole time, I'm sitting there thinking, shit. And this girl was cute, too, you know what I mean? But she kind of had that look like, why is this bitch taking my card? I'm like, oh, shit. No shit. I had more shit in my cart for this one girl. We got Venus, which is love. By the way, with the other card that popped up, I'm going to let you know it's a distant type of love. So maybe there's somebody that you've been talking to recently who doesn't live close to you, that you're feeling a connection. Congrats on that. I don't know if it's going to fucking go anywhere, but that'd be cool. We're talking about my adventures with the hubby doing his grocery cart shopping for other people that I decided to participate in today, which it was fun, but it was an adventure. You're very welcome, dear. I don't know if you say that, Salcido. You get a 1 card. I'm going to go ahead and pull your 1 card. If you have any questions or you're looking for more of an in-depth reading, if you look in the description down below, there's actually payment information, the different kinds of readings. Questions are 5 for 2. I do ask that people subscribe because it helps the channel. But we got the 3rd house. So the 3rd house is one of expressing oneself and having the freedom to express oneself. So I don't know if you've gotten out of a situation or maybe just got into a situation where you can be a little bit more free with who you are and what it is that you like doing versus kind of having to keep it away. So it's either going to be that or it's going to be something that's letting your artistic self show a lot more, or a combo. So that should be fun. So weird being caught up. The last couple times I've done lives, I've been hit so hard, I'm like, ah! But today it's been pretty decent. You are very welcome, sweetheart. And by the way, just so you guys know, for those of you who are getting your reading and haven't been here before, we're doing a live on the 24th where we're going to be doing some baking. I'm going to be talking about different holiday traditions, like as far as Yule, winter solstice, and Saturnalia. And I'm going to be giving the drawing for the free 30-minute reading. Say that 3 times fast. Because every time I go to say it, I always fuck it up. And I'm the one doing it. But so far, we've got a lot of names in the last couple months, so I'm really excited. For those of you who have paid for stuff, you get extra entries into it just as a thank you. And I'm thinking about, I don't know if I should add an extra little gift into it, or if I should do, since we've got so many subscribers now, I think we're at like 370 or close to it, or maybe that's my hope by the end of the week. But I'm thinking about giving away a tarot set for somebody in our list of subscribers. So that might be something coming up. I'm debating about it. Hey, Sea Wolf. Or should I say Sea Biscuit? It has been a day, girl. I've been on adventures with the hubby. Seen some crazy stuff. Like, it makes me want to do it more. But I just don't like, I don't know. His shopping style and my shopping style is too different. Yeah, you know, as I don't want to make it sound sexist, but me personally, as a woman and doing most of the grocery shopping, like there's a certain thing that I do. Like I like to stay in the section, get everything I need in that section, and then move on. And like the way the list is, they're not all separated into categories, which they should be. They should be. So that way you don't have to run around the store like zigzagging, because that's stupid. But like when I was helping them, I'm sitting there going through the list to make sure that, I don't have to be in that area no more, because God knows I'm a big girl. This was my cardio today, doing all these runs. Like I felt like Elvis sweating. I was like, feel the burn. But we did get a lot done. We ended up doing 6 orders? Something like that, yeah. And normally it gets only 3 in a day. So that wasn't too bad. You PM'd me. Ooh. Let's see what is in store for me. Like I have my phone on me and I was checking it occasionally, but I wasn't really on it today. Oh, baby, you don't have to feel bad. I get you. Honey, we all have them days, honey. Yasimi Fox. That is a very unique name. Welcome, my dear. If you would be so kind to subscribe and at least take a moment to check out the description. By the way, there is a fucking description today. So that way I kind of know what you want and you know what they expect from their lives. I'm doing good. It's been a day, but it's not been bad. All my makeup's gone because I sweated that off like I was in Zumba class. So let's see. Today seems like an angel advice day, Seawolf. Let's see what the angels have to say. Which, by the way, speaking of angels and speaking of tarot decks, I've got 2 different decks coming my way, which I am super... I see part of that. Let's see. Enchantment in reverse and intention in reverse. So maybe your intention didn't go the way as planned. And a loss of enchantment. Question is, why? Have you been having weird dreams too, Seawolf? You can get an angel card, my dear. That's one thing I think I'm going to list tomorrow starting on. I do have different decks. But I feel like if I let people choose, then it's going to start getting hectic and I'm not going to be able to keep up with it. So we might do it on paid readings. As far as advice, I can only give you what it gives. We got nature, but it was in reverse. So that tells me that there's a disconnect with your core self. Or maybe you're not just grounding enough, kind of getting your energy back up to where it needs to be, Fox. So when we have these moments, just take some little bit of time for yourself. You don't have to take days or hours, just a little bit of time each day. Kind of help yourself realign, or maybe find you a mantra or some little saying or chant you can say throughout the day to kind of bring your energy back up, kind of get you more grounded. I feel like maybe it's either work, which it feels like more like work, that you kind of have the imbalance. But I want to say it's home too. So I don't know, maybe you work from home. But just give yourself some time to kind of get back together. Stephanie, my dear, I charge for questions and stuff like that. So I would advise just checking out the description, my dear. And yeah. And then we can talk about whatever you need to once a payment is received. Well, hopefully it gets to where you need to be, Fox. And just give yourself some time. All right, Shara. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because it does help me out. And I do a lot of readings a day, and it just kind of makes it nice. I do not have Super Chat, but I do have Cash App. That's kind of why I ask everybody to subscribe, because you got to get to a certain amount of viewers before you can subscribe, like do the Super Chat, which I'm hoping, it's not probably going to happen by the end of this year, even though that's what I was hoping for. But, you never know. Body care, that's what we got for you, B. So it seems like maybe you're not giving yourself enough self-care. Thank you, my dear. Once you do, just let me know which one you donated to, which I'm assuming Cash App. Body care is just one of those things where you just got to take some time for yourself. That's all it is, Asura. Maybe do something a little bit more special for yourself. Maybe a little pampering if you can. I can, but that involves a reading, and that's an in-depth reading, which you're looking about anywhere $30 to $50. Because that's going to tell you, it's going to give a sense of where it came from and as a backstory to why. Which, when I say give you where it came from, it's going to give you a description of who it was. It's going to give you attributes, maybe signs, how that person is. It's not going to be like, hey, this bitch Sarah is the one that cursed you. Unfortunately, cards don't work that way. At least I don't got a deck that has random people's names on it. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Crows can be messengers. Okay, I donated. Give me 1 second. I am put together, but not all the way. I think that's how life is anyway. I'm trying to console a friend and do my witchy. 2 questions, my dear. If you formulate, I will answer them for you. And this is for Stephanie. Which, by the way, my dear, since you did make a donation, you will get more into the drawing for the 24th. I'm really hoping we get a lot of people on the 24th, because I kind of want it to be one of those things where we all kind of celebrate a victory of making it through 2020 and kind of enjoying the season together. All right, my dear. Baby, I worry about everybody. Just some people get to know it, and some people don't. Unfortunately, you're one of those ones that get to know it. Okay, I'm going to mute this because I've got some nasal decongestion I need to do, and we're just going to let you see my lamp for a minute. Right, I am back. I was intimate for the first time, and it was horrible. We had plans again. He has to cancel and said he will reschedule. It's been 4 days. Will we be together? And how does he feel about me? I know he's busy. So I'm going to ask you this, though. Is that 2 questions? Will we be together? That's what I would assume is 1. And how does he feel about me? And does he still want to see me? So I'm going to assume those are your 2 questions. If I'm correct, will you just put yes into the chat? Because sometimes people word things a certain way to give context, and then I take it as 2 questions. Okay. Thank you. That's all I needed. Okay, so the first one is, will we be together? Will Stephanie and this gentleman of the night end up being together? Are they destined to be together? Look at what we got here. All right. This card, I always have that one card that's like information about my deck. I don't know why I keep it in there. All right. Questions, my dear? Down below, I have Cash App and PayPal available. $5, 2 questions. Hello, Eva. And where did you donate, dear? Eva will be next. I've got Stephanie right now. So, Stephanie, for your first question, okay, thank you, hon. So, if you would, Eva, just give me a little bit and I'll be right with you, sweetheart. Okay, so we've got the Prince of Swords, which is the gentleman at hand. It seems like he does have a lot going on, as well as some worries of his own, which I've got a feeling it has nothing to do with you, Stephanie. It's more of life in general, of trying to find the balance between work and love and life and family. There is some family issues I do believe that he's having currently, which is pushing him a little bit harder. And then we got gain. So I do think it is going to be something that you guys will end up being together. But currently, right now, he is kind of fighting just to keep on moving forward. So give him some time. If you don't hear from him for a while, then just shoot him a message. Sometimes people go to send a message and then they forget to hit send, or they get busy and then they forget about it. It's not that they don't care about you. It's just kind of, there's a lot going on, and I feel like there's an end goal for him. Will the 30-minute reading be done on the phone or the live? Well, we can do it one of two ways. Currently, right now, I'm on a live, so I'm not going to jump off live to do a 30-minute reading, but if you want to do it on the live, we can. If you want to do it over the phone, we can either do it by Facebook Messenger, because I don't really like giving out my personal number, and I'm pretty sure you don't as well. Just a rule of thumb for anybody in any situation. So, Stephanie, just give him kind of some time. I feel like it may have been 4 days for you, which seems like a long period, but sometimes, things get in the way. Life is so finicky, and time, we only get 24 hours in a day. And how does he feel about me? I know he's busy and still want me. How long should I wait? Almost a week, and you're right about family problems. Okay. Let's see. So here's my question for you. Do you want to know how he feels about you? Because we kind of really covered those two in one. So I'm going to kind of give that to you. So how long should you wait? It's almost been a week. Let's see. How long should she wait before she reaches out? All right. What do we got? So we got two cards that popped up. 3 of Wands in reverse. Excuse me. I had gold star and now it's coming up. And then we got the Ace of Swords. So I'm going to take this as give it 3 days. But if on the second day it feels like you really are just anxious, send 1 sentence text. That's it. Don't try to send repeated text over and over, or a call. I would do texting. It's so much easier. And then you can tell if you're being ignored. But from what I'm seeing, he likes you. He's just having a rough spot. You know what I mean? So I would give it anywhere between 2 or 3 days. And once you do that, he's going to be free. He'll be able to talk. Availability, it depends. Like if you want to do one right now, I've got one more person is sending a picture desperate. I would wait on the picture unless it's something like funny and you're being like, hey, I've seen this and I thought that you would enjoy it too because you seem like you have the same humor. That's cool. But if we're trying to send like a cute little selfie, nah, wait, because you don't want to be sending pictures of yourself if you don't know if it's going to kind of work out. I got the feeling he likes you in the time, but still be a smart chicka. You know what I mean? So I would just send like a text like, hey, what are you doing? Or, hey, you want to go out for coffee, or you want to grab a bite to eat sometime, and have a day. Don't just say sometimes. Have some kind of day. Like, hey, you want to go get lunch on this day? If you're free, I'm going to be in the area. Something like that. Something casual. You know what I mean? As far as for the 30-minute readings, my dear, availability, I normally go live between 4:30. If you're talking about when I'm doing lives, or are you talking about when I'm not doing lives? So let's figure out that question. Are you wanting private? Is that what I'm taking this as? Is you're wanting a private reading? Are doing Scorpio moon? I do not do questions for free. I do a 1 card of basically what the universe throws at you. questions, in-depth reading, that's all down below. Now, as far as like when I'm not online, my availability is anytime between 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and about 3:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. I can hear my pug snoring in the background. So cute. But I do require payment up hand, so that way I can put you in my calendar, in my books, and we're all set to go. And I'll give you two options on what you can do. We can either do Facebook Messenger or I can try Zoom. For some reason, Zoom's not been working as well as it should be, so Messenger would probably be the best bet. Eventually next year, I am going to get a phone just for my readings. So that will be something that will be happening. But currently right now with the holidays and stuff, I just don't got the time to do it. Hey, Gabby. Questions, look down below. Eva, my dear, I know you've been waiting. So if you got your two questions, baby, I'm here for you. For everybody else, I'm not trying to ignore you. Just give me a moment. How do I come off to my coworkers? And what are the worst traits and flaws that I need? Okay, she wants brutally honest. Eva, baby, you got me. All right, first off, let's find... There's no way. We're going to shuffle, but we'll keep you. So, hey, Peace Candy. If you want to, Jessica, just go ahead. Go down below and send me an email with the day and the time anywhere between 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., like before 3:30. So I'd say 3, anywhere between 11 and 3. That works for you, Monday through Friday. And then I can send you an email back and we can work on your payment. You can either do Cashapp, PayPal. And if you send me a screenshot of the invoice with your email, then I can just go ahead and put you in for the books for whatever day you choose. All right, guys, give me a second so I can get Eva here. Okay, how do I come off to my coworkers? How does Eva come off? All right, Eva, my dear, we got a mixed bag of nuts. We're going to start with the first one. So the first one, we've got the 6 of Cups, my dear, which normally this is a cup of pleasure, but it seems unpleasure. So what I'm getting from that, I'm going to read these other two, and then I'm going to dive in and give you the whole reading. And then we got the Hangman in reverse. And then we've also got the 2 of Swords. Okay, so here's what I'm getting. It seems like you're one who's not really accepting of different changes. And maybe certain people's views or ideology, sometimes you're not completely grasping what they're trying to say. Because maybe they're just bad with their words on communicating, which I think is a killer in any place. And then that gets you a little bit angry. Basically gets you fucking pissed. Let's be honest. I mean, you want honesty, I'm going to give you honesty. It makes you to the point to where you're pissed. And then when you come off, it's like, oh, what's going on? And it's kind of one of those things where it kind of makes you come off as you're unpleasing or not cooperative or teamwork. When really you are trying to be teamwork. It's just motherfuckers don't need to fucking not listen the first damn time when you're sitting there talking to them. And if they want something, then tell me what you exactly want so I know what I'm doing. It's that kind of thing that's going on. But then at the same time, you want to keep the peace. So it's like on one hand, you're getting fucking irritated because of the stupid shit. But on the other hand, you're trying to keep the peace because 1, you need your job. You need to make that money. And 2, sometimes in life, you're going to meet people who are fucking idiots. And you realize this. So I think sometimes your facial expression even though you're trying to hold back, is saying you're a fucking idiot. Fuck you. So try to work on your face. Good luck. I've been trying to work on that for 10 years. It doesn't work out too well. That's for your first bet, Eva. So let's see. What are some of the things that you should work on? But I do feel like there is a few coworkers you got that understand where you're coming from and give the same kind of vibrations that you do. So then we've got the Prince of Wands in the right position. And on this one, it seems like you're always trying to do multiple tasks at once instead of focusing on one thing at hand. So if you are given like 3 or 4 tasks, take it one at a time. You don't have to multitask and jump back and forth. Some of us are good at it. Some of us are not. Some of us are squirrels and we just hoping to make it through the day. So take your time when you're doing your task. Give yourself a little bit more of breathing room. Don't try to feel so anxious when you're doing your work. It's so hard to do because sometimes there's points where it seems like it's all coming down at once. That's when you need to take a step back, look at the full situation, and go one fucking step at a time and just grind that shit out left and right. Now, we got the 2 of discs, but it's in reverse, and that's change. This whole change is not going to be easy because you're looking for self-improvement through the cards, and they're giving you things to work on. But it's one of those things where you also got to look at yourself throughout the day. Do an inventory of yourself, or maybe have that one coworker that you're kind of friends with and be like, look, I need an honest opinion. How do you think I did today? Because I'm looking to improve myself so that way that I can be better for not only my coworkers, but so I can better my life. Have that person that'll be there to call you out when you need it. I wouldn't ask a manager to do that because they're fucking dicks. But let's be honest. I think once you do that and you start, it's going to hurt for a little bit. And that's where we get the Ace of Swords. It's going to hurt a little bit because you're going to realize some of the things you did. But I think a lot of it is just trying to deal with the human experience, especially in, certain fields of work. It's kind of hard to always be perfect. No one's ever fucking perfect in the end, really. But you kind of just got to move with it. If you feel like, one day you snapped at somebody and you didn't get to say sorry that day, go back the next and be like, look, I'm sorry. I realized the error in my judgment and how I came off. I'm trying to better myself and better my life into a path that brings me happiness and brings those around me in. And I'm sorry if I didn't do that with you the other day. Just take it step by step. Simple. Right? You just kind of got to take it day by day. Now, there's some situations I feel like you have every right to kind of be like, back up a little bit. Because some people, when you're trying to change your life, there are going to be people that are going to test that boundary. So it's up to you whether you let everybody know what you're doing or just let your actions speak for you. Just be aware that some people will try to fuck with you just to keep you in that same pattern. Just acknowledge it, move the fuck on, dodge them, and keep on doing you. Jessica, my dear, I don't know what you decided to do yet. If you would, let me know. Piece of candy. Welcome back, my dear. I need to write down some of these names. Hey, there's a dog in there ripping up some shit. Looks like some paper, maybe. He's going to town on it. This is a great thing. I'm not only a tarot reader, I'm a dog watcher, a husband wrangler, and a shopper. What was it? Oh, Jessica the Goddess. You gotta love a name like that, though. Scorpio moon still in here. You guys ain't getting out. I'm sorry, babies. They ain't going to stop. That's why I told you you're going to have to give them some time. And then when I get done, you get your time. Ooh, you are at the Island of Mist? Sorry, that's the Witcher game that we've been playing. Because we believe in gaming too. Are you still in here? Where are you? Seabiscuit still in here? No, I don't know if she is. Seabiscuit, are you still in here, my dear? I got distracted. I'm trying to be a good friend at the same time. By the way, for anybody who is wanting a reading or paying for a reading, let me know. Squirrel mentality. Come here, Gizzy. Come here, you little chunker. Oh, can we do it? Oh, let's see if we can do it. Woo! It was rough for the both of us, wasn't it? Say hi. Oh, she's warm now. I wish I could do readings. I need 2 more hands. Get out of my shirt, please. It ain't that type of show. Get out of my shirt, please. Thank you. I love you. Bye. Woo! It was a pug. Sorry about that. I doubt anybody wants to see mommy's chachungas. Chachungas. Piece of reading. Fuck my life. Piece of candy. What are you wanting a reading, dear? Piece of reading. That's how I see your name now. Jesus. Because I did write your name down. Oh man, guys. Hey, Paradise. I'm trying not to make people mad, but I gotta go where the money flows. I know. Well, I figured it's like our little meeting. We got our young sacrificing maiden, Gabby, and I've got Sea Wolf, us little crazy nibs. All right, Paradise. You get 1 card, baby, for free. Pick your poison, 1, 2, or 3. Hey, can I get one of those Tums? Because I just had acid reflux and it was bad. Sorry, it went in my nose. Oh. 1. The super house. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 minute. Oh, God, that was so gross. Have you ever... That was burn fire, wasn't it? Right in the nose pipe. Oh. Anyway. I'm going to try to move past the burn for you, Paradise. So take it as it is. So it seems like you're getting a lot of signs, like spiritually. And it seems like it's more happening at night. Kind of like someone trying to guide you about what path you should do during the day. And I feel like whatever's going on in your life is affecting your home. Because the 4th house is the house of, where we do our, invite our friends, home, spiritual self. And it seems like there's a lot coming through. Yeah. Do you live by the water? Or is there water near where you live? If not, it's going to make this real awkward. Because the reason I ask that is it's either water or it's something that's flowing in your direction. Because water is a very strong conduit when it comes to things of a spiritual nature, especially at a certain time period. When I talk about time period, I'm talking more about the season than actual 1800s or some shit. But it feels like there's a connection between that in this, because water carries a lot of spirits along with a lot of wishes, a lot of intention. Maybe it's somewhere you visited quite frequently, but it feels like something's being drawn from that area to your home. But I don't know why. The only thing I could think of is maybe it's somewhere you visited, maybe took a walk around, maybe took something there to bury, possibly. But I feel like that's kind of where it's connecting with. But without being able to pull any more cards, I can't go any deeper. It's just what I got so far. But there is a connection between the water. It could even be a connection between you and your sign, your zodiac sign. I mean, if I'm really pulling for straws here off of one card, but makes sense. Pisces tend to stick near water. As close as they can, at least. So with being Pisces, you're going to be sensitive too to certain things. What time of night have you been waking up, if you don't mind me asking? Here's what I want you to do, Paradise. Look at the stars position. How long has this been going on? So you say 2 to 12 a.m., right? Go on to I know this is going to sound crazy. Go on to an astrology website and see how many weeks it was ago that this has been happening to you. If it's something that just recently happened. Go onto their website and see what planet is overhead for over your house. See if there's a correlation. Like if there's a certain planet that came into alignment over your house. Because it's a possibility that a planet alignment, along with the water being so close as it is, even though it may not feel that close, then something's tuning in and tapping in. I would at least check that out, because I don't feel like it's someone you know, but I do feel like between getting woken up, dreams that you're having, I feel like there's stuff getting misplaced in the home. And something says like knocking or a footstep. So I don't know if that means anything. Yeah, you're fine, say Wolf. But whatever it is, it's something's attracted in your home. And I don't know if it's geological or if it's astrology wise, since it's only been a couple weeks. To me, it seems like it may be a little bit of both. Hey, Ron, Matt. But it's definitely something I would look into. If there's anything more that happens and you don't get a reading on it, I would like to know the update on it, though. Because I like to keep a journal of different things that, I can read you. If you would go down below and pick whatever reading it is that you are wanting, I'd appreciate that. It rained a few days, too. Career, which would be a 5 for 2. So when it comes to specific topics that you're wanting or questions, I do charge for that. I have Cashapp and PayPal, my dear. If it does rain again, I would save some of that rainwater for spell work, just in case you need a little bit of boost of chaos elemental magic. And once you find out what planet is like hovering or close to your house that just came in the next couple weeks, You can also look at the planet association too and use that for spell work if that's something that you do. Not really sure. Hello, Iceman. Let me see. 1, 2. You're very welcome, my dear. I've never had one try to attack me, but I always have safety precautions for myself. Oh, did he have a hat? You are not interrupting, dear. Don't ever think you're interrupting. If he had a hat, boy, do I got some stuff to tell you. Shadow figures are one of the things that are most common, depending upon the area, where you live, what you've been up to. So, I see him, but I don't see him. Now you see me, now you don't. I get what you're saying. Where you see like a black shadow, but you can't really tell the details. Shadows with horns. That could be a lot of different things, not just demons. Or it could just be me coming over. I'm just kidding. Right, third eye, like a vision almost. Just be careful. If you got a piece of jewelry, I know the thought of me in your house with my little cute horns causing chaos in the house. Divine's in the house. Georgia Peach, what up, baby? Every time I say Georgia Peach's name, it gets me all excited. Has anybody heard that song yet? That's like, when I only do that when I smoke and when I drink, and tonight I'm doing both, so I'm calling you or some shit. Heard that song today on the radio, and I fucking love it. Nothing can attack you unless you allow it to attack you. Use your light and push that shit out. If you ever feel like something's holding you down, imagine a ball of light coming at your chest, like forming in your chest, and just push it outward. Imagine like your spirit's pushing something, but your body's not. I know it may not be an easy concept, but you really got to see your energy as a force. You can push things off of you. I did it once when I was younger, had the same issue with these shadow people with red eyes. And one night something just told me, push forward. And it was in a woman's voice, which I now assume was Hecate. And that's what you do. You just form that energy like you're trying to push somebody, but it's not a physical push. It's a spiritual push. Because people think when it comes to astral projection, it's only to get in and out of your body. No, it's to protect yourself too. It depends on the shadow, depends on the vibe. Like when shadow, I see a bunch of shadow people, but I've incorporated one in my home security that I called through by using Hecate. So we got him out there, and then there's a few that come in and out. And I just take it as they don't have enough energy saved up, and they're not trying to take the energy from the room to actually show themselves, or they're trying to stay hidden for a reason. So if you're not getting a bad vibe off of it, shadow people are just like us. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. If he gives you the creepy vibes because of his look, Gabby, you got a lot of things coming that ain't going to look good. Trust me, baby. So by looking at the appearance, you got to kind of get over that. You got to see it as like when you see these things, either through your third eye or through your actual eyes, see it like a horror movie. It can't do shit to you unless you allow it. And that's kind of how you got to see those things, or at least that's how I put it in my mind. But I've seen fucked up shit since I was a little baby. So, you know. I keep on looking at these books out of the corner of my eye. Juice Box, I haven't seen you forever. Where the hell have you been? By the way, Peach, if you're wondering a reading, baby, just let me know. 5 for 2 on questions, Juice Box. LBRP. Wonka, wait, Worka, Wonders, and help me with this type of thing. Okay, what the hell is that? Because I just called it Wonka. I've never heard that abbreviation. I'm just saying. Works. Wonders. LBRP. What the fuck is LBRP? Break down your abbreviation. Oh, okay, lesser banishing. Okay. Fucking A. I just normally, I'm the type of person that says it all out. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like some RP role play and shit. I'm over here thinking Dungeons and Dragons, and you're over here talking about fucking witchcraft. Fuck. You can actually find it through a couple things, but if you need help, I can send you a few things. Now that I know what the fuck we're talking about. Which now I'm going to make me a little abbreviation reminder of what the fuck that means. See, I learn new things too. Sometimes I'm taught. And then I get to give somebody else the same reaction that I had. And then go, oh, what's that? By the way, yeah, I sent 5. Where'd you send 5 to, Juice Box? Just so I can go look and I don't have to look at every other one. Yeah, YouTube's good too. PayPal in your bio. Thanks, babes. It just helps me to know if I have to move my hand over to the right or just onto the keyboard. By the way, baby, just so you know, when you send money through PayPal, when you do it instantly, you got to send more than what you're sending because there's like a 11-cent charge or some shit. 2 for 5. So pick up your 2 questions, baby. Hell, now I'm writing down who the fuck is that? Israel Regarde. Regarde. Man, that name just oof. Sounds good. Hopefully the face matches the name. Is that the guy that does the satanic stuff or okay, Nicole. Is that the only question you got? If you would put the 2 in together, that would make it a little bit easier for me. Because you see these chatty Cathys, they love chatting. I'm going to lose both your questions in this. So if you would, Juicebox, put it all into one thing for me so that way I can read it and be like, okay, here's your... Send it to friends and family to avoid the fees. Send it, friends and family. Thank you, Georgia Peach. I am going to make that a freaking note. You can get a reading, Jesse. It's just going to be after Juice Box, my dear. Okay, so Juice Box, just make sure your questions are, should you reach out to Nicole, and does she want me to reconnect? Are those your two questions, baby? Why do you guys call me Gabrielle and it's Gabriella? Because we torture you. I call you Gabby now when I think about it. Plus, there was this badass show in the 90s called Xena. And there was a blonde little kick-ass motherfucker called Gabrielle or Gabriella. And that's what your name reminds me of. So whenever I say your name, it's because I'm thinking of a badass female. So were those the two questions, Juice Box? So that way I can move on with this, my dear. The A is just too much. Okay. So should they reach out to Nicole? Okay, so we got 2 for the first question, Juice Box. So I've got the 9th house and I've got Pisces. So it seems like this whole Nicole thing is kind of, how do I put this in terms that's not an asshole? Pisces tend to let go, and when they let go, they're done. And it seems to me like they are trying to move past this situation with you two, but they can't. So there's some unfinished business. And if you got any questions, please look down below. I will not acknowledge any questions unless I see a payment, my dear. Now, as far as do they have any feelings for you, which I'm going to go look. Oh, you're new. You're new. You're new. I feel that she doesn't feel over it. Give me a second, guys. You guys are going crazy. I'm trying to give Juicy what he needs. Or should I reach out to Nicole, and does she want to reconnect? So the question is now, does she want to reconnect? That's an odd. Okay. So when it comes to what you were just saying about you, I feel that it doesn't feel over. That's because it's not. They're wanting to move on, but they're not being able to move on. Hence why we got the 9th house in reverse and the Pisces. And then for your next question of do they feel the same way, there's a lot of fruitfulness, and then there's a lot of like connection. Like when I see the connection, it's more of like a certain style that you both share. And then we've got Pluto as well, which Pluto in reverse means that they're not as distant as they should be. So that means that they have a connection with you. I would just reach out to them. To me, it seems like if there is just unfinished business that you two need to talk about, maybe things didn't end the way that they should. By the way, if you have questions, no matter if you're new or if you're not, I charge for questions. You get 1 free card. And that's about anything that comes up. If you want questions, description. But as far as this goes, Juice, there's still love, but I feel like before it could become anything else, like a reconnection, you guys got some shit you got to just talk about. So I would reach out because I feel like they're in the same spot as you right now where they're wanting to reach out, but they're not saying anything. Or maybe it's been somewhat of a reach out, but it hasn't really been a conversation. Well, I mean, it's up to you and what you want to do, boo. But like I'm telling you, if you don't reach out, you're never going to know. If you feel like you need to give it a little bit longer, follow your gut, baby. It's free 1 card. It's not free questions. Yes, you may. Give me 1 second. I miss my little goth baby. Aww. So we've got for you, Jesse, and Jesse's just getting it because Jesse's been blowing up and she was after Juicebox anyway. So we've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. That means that you've lost something recently that you held dear to yourself, or maybe it was something that you looked forward to that just didn't get to happen. So that sucks. All right, who else do we got? Angel. I don't do specific messages. You get what you get unless you pay for it. So I will throw a card down for you and we'll see what you get. It looks like Angel, right now we've got the Seven of Cups in reverse. And what the Seven of Cups in reverse means that you are wasting your time not finishing the projects that you need to get done. And you're also not allowing yourself creative freedom. So you need to kind of get out of that funk, stop worrying about love, and get some shit situated in your life before you're trying to go find someone else to put into the mix. And that's tough love from your Witcher. Gabby, Gabby, Gabby. It looks like we've got you wishing for something. What is it that you're looking for? What is that thing that you're calling to the universe to bring to you, baby? I got a feeling I jumped over somebody somewhere. Let me see. Did anybody come in when I was ranting and going on? Crystal, if you're wanting a one card, let me know. Glipper, you may join the list. Are you still here, Glipper, my dear? By the way, for all you guys coming in here asking for readings, it would be nice if you would subscribe. It helps the channel. You get tough love when I tell you to do your homework. Tell you what, Gabby, if you can get your grades up, all of your grades up, I'll give you a free 3-card draw. Just because I want to see you do better, baby. But what's your grade on all of them? That's the question. Glipper, Glipper, Glipper. Are you still freaking in here? I can say your name all day, but, you know. Glipper, you're still in here. You want a reading? You got to acknowledge it. I'll screenshot my messages. Okay, you're welcome. That's a good deal, Gabby. Hell yeah, it is. All right, Gabby, I'm holding you to it. And then after that, I'll even make a deal further. For every quarter of your grades, like quarter, you know what I mean, like them 4 quarters that come around every year. Each quarter that you do good, I'll give you a 3-card reading every time you bring A's. If there's a B, you get 2 cards. I want to see you excel. Do better. Get Mama Bear off your back a little bit. Give you some freedom. Do, 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 do. Let's keep spinning. Doing good so far. No, unfortunately, I am not accepting just one questions. It is a 5 for 2 kind of thing. So, because if I keep on doing that, it's going to be one of those things where it never ends. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm back. Do you mean my own house or in the chart house of my sign? Well, my dear, that was forever ago in my world. So I have no clue. But I would just interpret it the way you want to. Because see, for me to be able to do these readings and keep somewhat sane, I have to do what I like to call a reboot after each reading, which means I talk about something that means nothing, and then I move on to the next reading, or I just jump to readings and then I just let my mind go on autopilot. Because for me to get certain things during your guys' readings, I can't be thinking about a thing. And none of it gets retained unless it's something that's been drilled in my head, like Gabrielle or Gabriella likes to be called Gabby. It's one of those things, you know what I mean? Plus, it helps keep my energy in line. You don't know how many readers I've come across who are like, whoa, in a bad way. Not whoa in a good way. Not like those sea turtles and Finding Nemo. Whoa. Oh, man, I'm so excited. I can't wait. The 2 decks that I was telling you guys about, the sexual deck and the demon deck, are on their way. The demon deck is probably looking like next month, and next week, I think, is when I'm getting my love tarot. I went to another. Oh, okay. Now I know where we're at. See, that's what. I went to the astrology website to see what is above my house. So, what was above your house? What do you mean, my house or in the chart of my house? Your actual house. So, like, when I say astrology, look at your actual house location and see what planet is over your exact location. You should be able to do it through Google. I used to have all that information written down, but to be honest, I lost it. I do have it ordered, and I'm so excited. Okay, yay. I'm so sorry. I had squirrel brain for a minute, and I was like, what are you talking about? Sorry. You signed up for this, though. So that's like self-punishment. Oh, man. Oh, and it's so pretty. Plus, I found the deck cheaper. And also, I got Hecate, finally, something new for her altar. And I'm so excited to share it with you guys. Like, it's a ceramic plate. And it's like this turquoise blue color that's really pretty with her actual symbols. And it's got her in the middle of it, like her 3 faces. And then it's for like a sage. So like if I'm saging through the house, I can hold that and fan, you know what I mean? Or if I'm giving her an incense for her altar, it's got a little incense holder. It's so freaking cute. I can't wait. I told her, I was like, pick your gift. And then the next thing I know, I had something in my cart and I was like, all right, I can do this. Which is something that I want to talk a story about. So last night, like I said, when I went to go order this thing, I'm like, I don't know what she wants. So I'm like, Hecate, figure out what you want, right? And the next thing I know, it's a battle between her and Hades. Hades wants a statue. She wants this one thing for her altar. And I'm like, I don't got that much money. I'm like, so one of you is going to have to deal with it. And then without missing a beat, I hear, I've been here longer. And I'm like, all right, sorry, she beat you. I'll have to really make it up to you. And he's like, oh, you will. So she ended up winning, and now I owe him a statue. So it's a whole new world. And that's the fun part of being able to communicate with your deity. But this artist, though, let me see if I can find their name on Etsy, because I really do want to shout them out. Because their craftsmanship, some of you guys are going to fucking love it. Let me see if I can actually find their name. So if anybody comments, I'm not going to be able to see it for a little bit. But I do want to share this shop with you guys because I do think some of you would like to use it because they have offering bowls, offering plates. And it is very, very pretty. Like there's different colors too. They have some that are black, some that are blue, some that are white, some that are like a tri-colored. It just depends on what exactly it is that you're wanting. And it's called, give me a second. I don't know why I've been on this Etsy kick, checking new stuff out. I just searched her up and called both good and evil. She's good and she's bad. I like to prefer to call her neutral because that's how I like to see her, that she doesn't favor one over the other, but she knows how to work in between what we would consider good and evil. Because if you think of good and evil is a construct by man. So it really depends, one, on the individuality of the person who is defining good and evil. And it also depends on the culture at the time. Because back in the day, human sacrifices were the thing to do. But now in this culture, you can't fucking do it. Even though some people are the reason human sacrifices were a thing. Just saying. But yeah, they have so much pretty stuff. Like they have different bowls, different pendants. They have a few. Here's something that I'll show you guys because I was looking at this also. It's like a one candle holder, but it's very pretty, especially for anybody who likes working with Hecate, wants to get her something new for the altar. It'd definitely be worth the look. And the way it looks made, like some people look at stuff like this and they're like, it's a little expensive, whatever. But really, if you think about it, someone's putting the time and energy. And when they're doing that, especially with a certain deity, to me, it puts the energy of that deity into it. Like when I make my Hecate oil, you know, like I just think it's pretty. And honestly, if it was me getting my own shrine candle holder, if we want to be realistic, this would probably be the one that I would choose because it matches my serving bowl. For anybody who's coming in that isn't about witch related but loves tarot readings, I am doing tarot readings. I'm just having a side conversation in between. So if you want a reading, we do a 1-card reading. Anything else is in the description below. I do charge for questions, but if you guys are wanting a reading, all you got to do is just comment so I know that you're in here. Let's see what else I found. There was also a lady who did some paintings of Hecate too, and they were really pretty. Printograms. This is something that I was trying to describe to you a couple days ago. And it is actually, give me a second. I've got to add the S at the end. They make a lot of different bedding options, so to speak, or tapestry. That's a tapestry. I do like that, though. I'm going to have to definitely check out their website. Later, where's the one? It was like a blanket for Hecate that I thought was super adorable. Because we try to be Hecate friendly. Excuse me. By the way, if anybody doesn't like the conversation at hand, for subjects to be changed, you do have to speak. I know some of this stuff doesn't really apply to everybody, but you know, 'tis what it is. Like, I would love to get some of the bigger tapestry of just like the different tarot cards and stuff like that. Because I do got some few behind me, if you guys can see them. They probably come up as white to you guys, but maybe I can get the hubby to bring them over and I can actually show you guys. Is who here with us, my dear? Hecate is the childbirth and the whole life aspect actually comes from the Egyptian goddess Hecate, which had an association with frogs, which I do see a lot within my magic. So I do take that aspect of her as well. depending on who you talk to, just depends on if they think they both are the same. Hey, babe, I got a favor. It's not a favor. I want you to take off the little things and wait for me to show them off, and then you can hang them back up because you love me. So yeah, it just really depends on where you're looking at. They say Hecate is one of the oldest goddesses there is, but that is varied for interpretation. So this is one of them that I actually have hanging up in my area. I do want to get the bigger ones, though, of different cards. There's one. And then the other two are coming as well. Which I'd like to do something back in this area, like this right here that, yeah, right there, that you guys see. When we moved in, it didn't have no shelves. Eventually, I want to add shelves and put a statue of Hecate back there along with Hades as an extra, along with all of my tarot cards and everything. So this is the other one that I got. Now, these were pretty cheap. They were from Amazon. It does. Happiness, new beginnings, that whole 9 yards. Hey, by the way, once you get done with this, since you're up, if you would throw them gourds away, that would be pimping. And then I'll leave you alone. Thank you. And then this is the final one that I actually have. I do have other tapestries that I could put up, but I use them more as altar cloths than I do as actual tapestry. Now, the quality of them, they're pretty decent. I mean, they haven't worn away. And it is one of those things that you either want to hand wash or maybe a light wash in the washer and then let it air dry. But other than that, I think they're pretty decent. I've had them for about, 8 months?
Yeah.
About 8 months, and they've done pretty good thus far. I do got some tapestries that I might make a whole video of the different tapestries and stuff that I got. But it's pretty cool. Trying to think, is there anything else? And not really much else. Another thing I got to do is I'm waiting for my Horn to Hades to get finished, which I can't wait for that. It's going to be fucking beautiful. And then I've got to get Hecate a new cup for hers because I had one, and then during the spring before COVID really hit, my daughter accidentally broke it with her body when she went walking, and then it went. The rune is more of a psychic ability, magical energies, properties, feminine, basically the female spirit. They are pretty. And they were only like, I think, $11 or something like that on Amazon for 3 of them. Now, they have different ones that you can get. When it comes to Hecate, most people think black and red. Black for, her being in the night, red for the fire or for blood. But this is how I personally do it. Now, when we get in the darker season, I do a lot of black, or if I'm doing stuff like in the unknown, or if I'm trying to get information on seeing things, I'll use red and I'll use black. But during the summer, I use a lot of blues with her in deep greens or like a somewhere in between light green, just to represent her sea side. Because I try to acknowledge that as well as white. And thank you, my dear. Give me a second. I will write your name down. So I don't label her or hold her back by what others have defined her as. I kind of go with what my relationship is with her, see what colors I feel that she likes. There's some that she doesn't. She's not a big fan of orange, at least that I've seen. She'll deal with purple if it's all I've got. It is one of those things. Yeah, because if you think about it and you look into the mythology, by the way, for you who donated $5, think of your 2 questions, write them down in one thing so that way they don't get lost. And then I will do a reading on them. But when it comes to her seaside, if you look in the Greek mythology, Zeus gave her rule over the underworld, the sea, the land, sea, and sky. And then when she started dealing with Hades, she got the underworld part as well. So I want to know about blank. Does he love me? I think as far as them, they love who they used to know. But it seemed like at that time you were focusing on things that were not them. I don't know if there's somebody that's been in your life for a while. Maybe at one point in time they were engulfed in who you were, but it seems like you weren't giving them the time of day. But as far as do they love you? I don't think that they love you, so to speak. I think that they like you. And as far as a relationship, here's the issue with it. It feels like they're holding everything close to them because they're afraid of getting hurt. And they don't really know if you're one that's going to stay with them or kind of run. So they're kind of keeping everything to themselves. And it seems because we got the Chariot and we got the Knight of Cups. So these two, this one's more about moving forward and just keep on pushing, while this one's more about protecting what one has and trying not to let their individuality slip from them. So as far as being in a relationship, this individual that you're looking at is kind of all over the place. It seems like maybe they've been hurt before. Maybe they don't know what you fully want, and therefore it's pushing them back a little bit. So if you are wanting something, you're going to have to be upfront about it and let them know. Because the way that it looks, they're not going to throw it all at your face at once. So okay. So yeah. Good night, my dear. I would definitely just take your time with them. I think they see your friendship as valid. But there's just something that's holding them back. So hopefully that helps out a little bit. By the way, since you did do a $5 reading, you get extra entries into the drawing. You're very welcome. Hope Destiny. Will he come back to me? $5, Cash App, or PayPal, your choice. Are you playing a game? Okay. I didn't know if a neighbor was fighting or if it was a game you were playing. And also, my dear, next time you get a reading, hit the friends or family, because for some reason it's been taking 50 cents off each payment people have been giving. And some people it doesn't. So I'm not really sure what's going on there. I don't know why it's been doing that. It wasn't doing that in the beginning. Maybe there's a certain thing that you have to push. Not really sure. So weird. Do 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 do. So Wolfie, my dear, are you ready to talk? You've been so quiet. I know you were sending me things through Facebook for a little bit, but you know, Mommy's on here and hasn't been able to see it for a hot minute. So how are we feeling? What's got you all in the dumps? You already know. No, you get one free card of basically whatever the universe wants to bring into you. Questions are something that are paid. Because I was doing free questions for people for a while, but then the same people were coming in asking the same question day after day, and that's just a symptom of madness. So would you like the one free card, though? Because you're going to get it. It's so funny. When he flips my pug on her back and goes like this, he sounds like Daffy Duck. Oh, man. We've got the Six of Wands in reverse. So maybe seems like someone turned on you, or maybe a couple people. Maybe you lost a little bit of your power. Which normally it's a loss of power of some kind, or a loss of fellowship or community when this card comes up like this. Oh, you are perfectly fine, Destiny. You know, I try to make everything clear in the description, and sometimes it doesn't come across clear because maybe the translations and stuff like that, or maybe the way I worded it. So I don't blame you, but if you want to subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. You know what normally helps me when I get that way? Is some good booty. I totally get that. Sometimes when it comes to those that we love, when we see them getting hurt, we kind of... You are perfectly fine, my dear. And thank you for subscribing. Hubby has been offering. Did he shake it and start singing, "Throw a coin to your witcher"? Girl, if you would have been with me today, you would have been laughing your ass off when you seen this big bitty titty jumping up and down singing Christmas songs or waving them all in my hubby's face. I'll tell you what, it made me giggle. And half the day I was having a bad day. But when it comes to, your kids and shit, man, you're always going to be protective over your kids. But, she's got to learn. And Mama Bear, you ain't going to be there forever. If she doesn't learn now, she's going to have a long, hard road ahead of her. Tell them to dress up and maybe you'll think about it. Oh, man. That smell of a new book. It does something for the soul, I swear. I'm so happy. He just started earning his own money and he doesn't provide for her in a bunny suit. Oh, man. Well, you know what you have to do, Mark. Get on it. Oh, man. Oh, if he isn't providing for her, has he even got his first paycheck or his first amount? You know what I mean? Because all his money in the stocks makes her feel bad for asking. Well, then she's fucking stupid. Because if she's going to let that to happen, I mean, putting money into stocks and bonds ain't even a bad thing, but if your significant other is asking for help and you're like, fuck you, shit. The only thing me and my hubby argue about is, what are we doing? Are you buying dinner or am I buying dinner? That's it. Like he said, either way, it don't matter. Either way, we're getting fed. Let's figure it out. Tell her to throw on her witcher panties and kick his ass and say either do it or get the fuck out. I thought you said doing free meds. I do one free card and then the others you have to pay for. So like questions, you got to pay for and all that. Yeah, he's been working us all month. He actually lives with us because his mother got kicked out of her house. So you're telling me this motherfucker's living up in your house? Oh, hell no. Fuck that. Throw a coin to this witcher. Throw a plane ticket in it. I'll fucking get rid of the trash. I'm just saying. All right, let's see. What do I got for Jack? The Jack. I don't know how you want me to say your name, baby. But I can tell you this. We got the Five of Pentacles, which means you're trying to be sneaky as fuck about something, and someone's got a real close eye on you. So I don't know what you're doing in your life or maybe you're trying to surprise somebody and you're being a good girl, but trying to keep it a secret. Either that or you're doing some bad girl shit and trying to keep that a secret. Whatever you're doing in that life, someone's got their eye on you, baby. So be careful. Johnny Dawn. Welcome to the live. If you haven't subscribed, you need to, because this witcher needs to get that super chat open. So that way people can quit asking me about it. But see, I don't get that cool stuff. Helping her out, not a problem. You can ask a question, $5 for two, my dear. I'm not being sneaky. I'm being sneaky about something. Either you're not being... Okay, so here's two ways I interpret that. Either one, you're being sneaky and someone's got their eye on you, or you're ignoring somebody who's really got their eye on you and you're not giving them the time of day. Those are the two interpretations. But I felt like a sneaky little one coming through, or maybe there's something that you're doing. I don't know. Or maybe you know it and you're just playing hard to get it. Who fucking knows? But whatever you're doing, someone's watching you. I'm definitely ignoring someone. Oh, there it is. I am doing good, Angela. You know how it is. We have fun over here. I've actually got a lot more energy than I probably should. He is living it up in our home and treating her like crap. First, the fuck off. Fuck that. It's your goddamn house. Just because she chose that dick does not mean he gets to treat her however the fuck he wants. If he's going to live in your fucking house, he's going to want to treat her with respect. And fucking for two, if she asks for something, he better say, baby, what size you want? Small, medium, or fucking large? Fuck that shit. And if he can't handle that, kick his ass out. If she can't handle that, she'll either get the fuck over it or join his ass. And then when the real world hits her in the fucking ass, she comes crying back. Then you open her up and be like, here's the fucking way. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I know it's your little crotch goblin, but how fucking stupid can you be? Kick his ass out now. Fuck giving him a chance. Kick that prick out now. With the pointiest stick you fucking have. And if you want to know if you're getting married, by the way, name whose I cannot pronounce, you need to fucking take that question to my comments and look in the description and then pay a motherfucker 5 for 2. Oh, hell, I don't care if it's first love, last love, fucking love that got paid by a witcher. Motherfucker ain't gonna talk to one of my kids like that and treat her like shit and then be like, oh, I'm living at your parents' house for free, but I'm gonna go out and find me a goddamn place and see how well it goes. Oh, hell to the no. Hell to the fuck no. Motherfucker, you're under my roof and then you're gonna tell her you're gonna go out on your own? Hell no. Hell to the no. If she wants to do somebody like that, that's fine. But he don't have to be in your house. You paid for that house. You made that motherfucker he's sleeping with. So hell no. That motherfucker owes you everything, acting like that. Hell no. I'd say rent went up $250. Can't pay it. There's the door. I don't care if it's pounds, souls. Chocolate bars. No. You pay me $200 a week. And then when he gives you that $200 a week, you take that other $100. And whenever she is asking him for something, be like, here, he already paid me in advance. So you could have what you need. And if he can't handle that, there's the door. Good luck, buddy. I've only got one kid. A smammy kid? What the fuck is a smammy kid? You're over a pussy? Is that what you're calling? A mama's boy? Like what are we talking here? Always thinking he's better than us. Well, honey, you ain't no better if you living under my goddamn roof. Ooh, he a fucking lucky motherfucker. I don't live close to you. Because, baby, that would be one drive away. Smart ass. Arse. Slimy. I'm loving these new words I'm learning. Smammy. Oh, man, I'm using that on somebody. No one gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about. Smart arse. God, I love it. Oh, I literally just wrote that down just so I could use it in the future. That ain't even my kid, and I'm pissed off about it. Like, that's some bullshit. Who the fuck are you going to come up in my house telling my kid basically what you going to do when they move out and they asking you for help? Oh, hell to the no. Motherfucker wouldn't be sleeping in the backyard. He'd be sleeping with his lips fucking closed after I got done sewing his ass, putting him down in my basement, and then showing him who the fuck runs that house. Backyard's too good. Dirt in that, maybe. I'm just saying. How the fuck you... Man, I'll tell you what. Maybe it's a cultural thing. Maybe some assholes in Australia think that they can get away with shit. But bitch, you fuck with me and you're going to end up in a kangaroo pit. That's how exactly I would be. You fuck with me, I'm going to find me one of them dinner plate spiders and they're going to make a nest inside of your fucking head. And it's going to be real. That's all I can say. I'm pissed and that ain't even my kid. Yeah, those them damn. I would put away some fear to fuck with a motherfucker that got me over the edge. If I'm touching a dinner plate spider, you know you fucked up. Dinner plate spider? Motherfucker's about this big. Be feeling like you're part of Alien. Sigourney Weaver ain't gonna save that ass. By the way, for anybody who watches this later, if you don't get that reference, look up the movie Aliens with Sigourney Weaver. There's a thing called face huggers. That's exactly what I'm talking about as in a reference for this. You're welcome. Trying not to break her heart by kicking him out. I want him to leave on his own accord. Oh, honey, he can leave on his own accord if he's got a fucking spider on his fucking face. If that ain't gonna make you leave, then maybe when you wash with that certain soap that you bought, ooh, honey, does it burn? I hope it does. Oh, cayenne pepper on his little pee-pee. Oh, yeah. Make that shit burn. Ooh, or get itching. Oh, my God. Get itching powder. Fucking get itching powder. That motherfucker sleeps. Just a little. You got to be incognito. You got to be a fucking ninja. Seabiscuit Ninja. Or Ninja Seabiscuit. That's your code name. Go in there with some itching powder. His shoes. His clothes. Oh, yeah. If you can get it in there, do it. Especially if he's a nasty motherfucker and wears his clothes for a couple days. Oh, yeah. Watch him digging for gold for a few days. You don't know if he cleans his clothes or not. Ooh, if they didn't sleep in the same bed, I would say release some fire ants up in that bitch. Trust me, I can help you get them out. You just got to give me what you got. Not like as far as money, but tell me what your resources are. Like, do they have fun things over there? Like, what's your Animal Planet look like over there? Did he need a ride somewhere? All right. You know what? I made extra smoothies. Here, have one. Sleeping powder. Throw them in the car. Ooh, that's a good one. Get them like chocolate laxatives. Make some brownies. Save one back for him, specialty. And then just watch him blow up that fucking toilet. Well, then she should learn not to sleep with dogs. You sleep with dogs, you get fleas. That's a life lesson for fucking both of them. For him to wash his nuts and for her to wash her hands clean of that situation. For real. That's 2 in 1. I'm fucking conniving. You fuck with me and you fuck with my baby. So you fuck in my house, motherfucker. I feel sorry for anybody that gets with my kids. You fuck with them and you fuck with me. Ooh. You're going to have to worry about when you're in my house, out of my house, or around my house. Yeah, what kind of advice do you need? I'm giving fucking stuff that could probably get me in jail. It's in a different country, so it doesn't fucking count, right? Yeah. What do you need, Juice Box? Oh, yeah. Get a fight started, and then Mama can go in there and be like, it's all right. It's all right, baby. I got you. He's out. He's gone. Either that. Ooh, if he's got white clothes, do some of his laundry, shrink it, and then put a red sock in it. Oh, honey. Yeah, there's so much shit you could be doing to fuck up his world, and you can do it without even trying. Give me 1 second. Do 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 do. Dooba 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 doo doo doo. Dooba dooba doop doop doo doo. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dooba dooba doo doo. Dooba dooba doo doo. Dooba dooba doo. His work shirts, that would really piss him off. Oh, yeah. I'm serious. Fucking do it. And be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then if you flip shit, be like, well, you got money saved back because you're not giving it on to my daughter. So figure it out. Look, Juice Box, grow some balls or throw on your big girl panties or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Reach out. It's that simple. If you set on your life thinking that's, why do I got to reach out? If there's something in life that you fucking want, you got to reach for it. Sometimes you got to put in the work for life. So see this as you're coming to Jesus moment and go get the girl, boy, whatever the fuck it is that you're wanting to get and put your ass to work for it. It's called manifestation. Use that energy, manifest it into something. Put that energy towards it. If you want it, then you got to go after it. If you're going to sit on your ass and be like, when will she make the move? She don't need to make the move. You need to fucking make the move. You're the one worrying about her. You're the one asking questions about her. So go make the damn move. This is a universal message brought from me to you. Go do it.
Leave your name and number after the beep.
Beep, beep, motherfucker. Okay, so really, he said, leave your name after the beep, and that's why I said beep, beep. But it was still funny. But seriously, you don't have to be so... Trust me, it's easy. Fuck it, go old school. Do an email. Get a pigeon. Whatever you got to do. Could you imagine writing a fucking letter on a little pigeon and attaching it? Sorry, that was for my own amusement. Oh, man. For any questions, dear, it is 5 for 2. All the info is down in the box below. And that is for con. Look, I know it can be scary. Life is fucking scary. But here's the thing here's my life advice, and this is me being serious, not poking and prodding and being like, fucking do it. I'm like your hype man right now. So see it like this. Okay, first off, bitch, you on my live, con. So I replied, it's called look in the description below. You got to pay me, motherfucker, to get questions. So if you ain't going to do that, you going the fuck out of this room and going in a timeout. Because mommy don't play that fuckery game. Like you get told once and then you want to come in here demanding shit. This is my space, motherfucker. Welcome to the new world order. And you can see yourself the fuck out. Thank you. Anyway, like I was saying, before I was rudely interrupted by Flo Pal, well, then get the fuck out. If you ain't going to have anything nice to say, you ain't going to have conversation, go play with your dick somewhere else on a Sunday night and go enjoy yourself. Figure out something to do with your fucking miserable life. Motherfuckers are stupid. Probably don't have a pot to piss in anyway. Anyway, like I was trying to say before, rude motherfuckers. If you never take the chance to reach out, you're going to regret it. And if you wait too long, then there's possibility someone else is going to snap that up. That's facts. It's going to happen. So, I don't even give them time of day, dear. Eventually, they'll go figure it out and go fly somewhere. But for real, though, if you want it, you got to take a leap. Sometimes you're going to be scared of things. Sometimes you're going to be worried about what's going to happen. Just take a leap of faith, man. Even if you get turned down, see it as you at least tried. And you're not looking back at your life on something that you wish you would have done that you didn't do because you were scared in the moment and regret it. You only get one chance to do it. Do it right and do it your way. There's so many different forms of communication. It can be done by email, by phone, through text, messenger. There's so many different ways that you can do it. Even if you give yourself a couple days to sit there and think about exactly what you want to say. I mean, all you can do is try. Oh, look. They came back under a different name. How sweet. It's funny, though. People assume... Yeah, I know, right? Paradise, that's the kind of fuckery we get. It's actually been a while since we've had fuckery. The last fuckery that we had was something about me taking my tarot cards and shoving them up my ass and then bringing them back out. And I was like, well, I tried that once and it didn't go too well. So, and then they laughed and they left. They were the best one I've ever had as far as a heckler. I'm glad you guys can see it because I can't see nothing they're saying. Tis what it is, though. But my dears, don't let other people get in here and get in, all flusterfucked. Hey, Zoe, my dear, and welcome. Jesse J, why the animosity? Who knows? Flubber McNugget, can't people be nice? Unfortunately, some people don't have nothing to do, and it is the end of a weekend, so they're getting those extra frustrations out. Let them live their life if that's how they choose to live it. You guys don't have to put your energy forth to it. But it has been a while since we've seen that kind of fuckery, huh? Man, she must still be writing because I'm not seeing nothing this lady is saying. But it must be good because you guys are going in deep. But I do appreciate you, babies. You are being so sweet and trying to defend my honor, and I appreciate that. I keep hearing this beeping. Oh, the game. She's going quiet. What's everyone's holiday looking like? Yule, Christmas, whatever you're celebrating. Well, Angela, thank you for a beautiful topic for everybody to discuss. So far, mine's going good. I'm saving the names of all my enemies so I can burn them in the burning bush ritual. Maybe they'll get a clue in their life. If not, they'll enjoy the destruction. No, but we are going to be doing Yule log. Got a few little bit more decorating to do. Changing the altar and all that fun stuff. Oh my gosh. If I can figure out I know it's got to be on Google somewhere. There has to be a way for you to be able to see the alignment of the stars over your house, because I know I used to use it over mine. If I can find it and you don't get to find it by tomorrow, I'll send it your way, Paradise, I promise. So crazy. Zoe, by the way, my dear, if you're wanting a 1-card draw, just let me know. Let me see. Maybe I can find it. Give me a second. I will give you some help. Location. Star map. Location based on Have you tried Google Sky Maps? I think putting them on the tree would be kind of cool because they wouldn't expect it. You know what I mean? Like they look at it and they're like, "Oh, look at this! It's so cool." You know what I mean? And then when they see it, and then later on you give it to them as a gift, they're like, "Oh, that's pretty awesome." That's how I would take it, at least. Plus, it's like a little game, like a scavenger hunt, you know? Let's see. Yeah, I think it's called Google Sky Maps or Google Chrome Galaxy Map. Let's see what this one does. Trying to find if this in the sky.org would be any help. Yeah. I would try to use this, and it may just go by your town, or you can get it to actually do your location based off of your phone or your computer, and then it'll show you everything. It looks pretty cool, though. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Then you can pick the objects that are in the sky based on your location. Well, it's one thing, it's not even an upper hand. It's more of like having respect. And if he doesn't have respect for her and it's making you feel uncomfortable in your own home, then maybe they should find other means of living. And when life kicks her in the butt, she can always come back. And that's tough love there, but there should be no reason why you have to feel uncomfortable in your home. That's just not right. Especially when you're acknowledging that he doesn't care. and the way that he's treating her. Like, it's one thing if somebody wants to have a dom submissive relationship, but even in dom submissive relationships, there's a dynamic and there's got to be some kind of love and trust, and he just sounds like an asshole. That's personal opinion, though. And I feel like you're trying to avoid to get to that point, and I get it. But it kills me for you because you're too nice. And not in a bad way, just like, you know, it would be hard for anybody. To be honest, it seems like one of those situations he's going to try to find something that he likes and then just kind of ditch her. And when it happens, I don't know, man. If that was me, and it's not me, but if it was, afterwards, I'd be like, tried to warn you. You got to kind of do what you got to do. But I'm not going to feel bad for you. I'm not going to baby you. You knew how he was treating you and you ignored the signs. Like, see it as a life lesson. That's tough, motherfucking love. Because if someone's going to do that to you, and that's what gets me, like, if it'd be one thing if the parents being an asshole, you know what I mean, and just doing that to their significant other. Yes, you may, my dear. One card reading it will be. If you ask specific questions, though, I do charge 5 for 2. Laisha, my phone. Not my phone, but my pencil slung across the room. And now here we are. Some people, man, they get sucked into that lifestyle. My dear, for questions, it is 5 for 2, but I will give you a 1 card whenever the universe is pushing towards you. And we'll see what you get. And if you want something more, my information's down below. Aquarius. You need to be without malice. Stop trying to control things that you have no control over. You can get mad about situations, but it's not going to help you in your quest for answers. Leisha. I feel like it's Laisha, but maybe I'm wrong. I mean, it's always a possibility. Laisha. I feel like it's Laisha. I don't know. Yeah, not a problem, hon. See what we got for you. You are very welcome, my dear. If you'd be so kind to subscribe, that would appreciate it. And you are entered into a drawing for the 24th for a free 30-minute reading. So if your name gets drawn, you will have up to 24 hours after the reading goes after the event to actually take it. So hopefully you can join us on the 24th. And Angela, my dear, you have 2 cards coming up. 1, 2. Choose poison. You're very welcome, my dear. And I love the little stars. I always think they're so cute. Angela, my dear, which card would you want? Card 1 or card 2? Angela, my dear, it does look like you've been asked to make a sacrifice in your life. Maybe it's something a deity is actually required, or maybe someone that you care about is asking you for. Is it not coming up? No, it finally came up, my dear. Maybe someone in your life is asking you to make a decision. But whatever it is, as if someone else is asking you to make a sacrifice, or maybe your deity is asking for one, then this, my dear, is your sign that you need to go ahead and make that sacrifice. Because there's not, from what I'm getting from the other card, that there's not so much a trust in the magic that you put out there. Maybe you're kind of weary of whether or not it's working. Just trust in it. I am so glad, my babes, my dears. Do 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 do. You're very welcome. That's a big possibility. That may be a reminder. There's a sacrifice that needs made. Ooh. There's so many different types of lavender. Like, I got a few myself that I use here at the house. I actually want to start making like little tea candles. He's gaming like no other. I can hear the clicking of the buttons. Like, right. I love it when you get that smell right through the package. I don't know if it's something that you do also, Angela, but I tend to make potpourri mixtures for the altar. Normally during the spring and the fall. Right? True freaking story. I would love, I don't know what it's called, but have you ever seen that thing where like it looks like a round disc and you can put the white cloth and like either find one that I think it's called stitching or something like that. I would love to find one with Hecate on it and be able to sit there and sew my intent into it for her and kind of make something out of it for her altar. Something I've been thinking about. I put plant beds in whenever I have them and spices in my tiny cauldron. I do have a tiny cauldron. I have a big cauldron and a tiny cauldron. I've seen this, but not with her image. Right? I think it'd be really cool. Maybe I can get someone to print what I want on a cloth and be able to do it that way. Would be fun. Well, guys, I'm wearing down a little bit. It has been a long day, and it's almost like midnight here. Or getting close to it at least. So I'm going to jump off here for tonight, but I should be back on tomorrow. So for anybody who needs to get a hold of me until then, my email is down below, and I shall see you guys then. Bye. Much love.